sky?
What?
Is that part of sky? Try it another way.
Good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday, and for once we are actually running on time, depending on how traffic is once we get to the Autobahn. He's singing the Days of the Week song. So is Kimber. Sing it.
Happy day, Friday, and Saturday, and then Friday, and Saturday. I did.
Days of the Week. Days of the Week. So I'm trying to get work done today, and of course no offices are open for me to get work done. So in the meantime, until they can open, I'm going to go run, get some gas. I need air in my tires apparently, and then I'm gonna go pick up a friend and we're gonna go to IKEA because I need plants for my balcony. I kill plants, but you know what, I'm gonna start with one and figure out if I can keep it alive and then go from there. It's really hot today, again. It's already 75 and it's only 8:30 in the morning, so today should be fun. Apparently my tires are low and I can't find a place to fill them up. I think it's like the extreme temperature drops and everything because it gets cold and then it gets hot and then it gets cold and then it gets hot. And it's really annoying because my tire light keeps dinging at me and I don't have a tire gauge, so I can't do it myself. I went to the car bay here on Post and they couldn't even put air in my tires for like an hour, which is ridiculous. So I guess I'm gonna go try somewhere else. Getting lost in an IKEA parking garage and walking up a million flights of stairs. But I bought a new plant and I'm here with my friend Christina. And I got my workout in. I am very tired now and out of breath. Holy crap. So I bought this plant today. It's my fate plant. And then I bought this to go on it. And I don't know how to put it together. Go figure. I guess I will figure this out. Good morning, guys. It is Friday, TGIF. The kids are staring at me like it's time to go. Right? Let's go. It's time to go to school. It's the last day of school of the week. Yo. Thank you, kind sir. Don't mind our trash. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, as I was saying, down there is the city center, town square, whatever. It looked a lot further on the camera than it actually is, but they're having a huge city fest this weekend, starting today, tonight, I don't know exactly when. But I'm excited to go to it, but it just kind of makes me nervous because I don't know how we're going to get home if they block off the streets. You know what I mean? Which toy are you going to use for show and tell?
I know I'm going to take my owl for show and tell because I love him.
Well, we can't get the owl because he's not in the car. So you pick which toy out of those you want to take for show and tell. I keep forgetting about show and tell. Anyways, I'm excited to go to this little thing tonight. Because tomorrow I have to work. And I will tell you guys about that after I drop off the kids. See, it's really cool. They have like the beer tent set up and everything. They're gonna have live music. I think that's like the main theme is like the live music.
I'm going to sleep.
You're going to sleep. I know. I want to go back to sleep too. We got here super early to
Yeah, we did. Yeah, me and Chase too.
CDC. That there is Kimber.
Hey, stop it.
Anyways, it's only like 7:10. We can't go in until 7:30, so after I drop them off, I have to get gas. I have to get air in my tires, and I have to go to another post to get answers on their hourly care, because right now they're in part-time care, and with the way my job is, it's supposed to be, it's called 0 to flex. So basically that means I can work 0 hours to 38 hours a week. And, you know, when I first got the job, I was thinking, you know, I would work here and there. But I got there yesterday and they only have 3 employees, including myself, like 3 actual employees. There were more people there, but that's because they're borrowing people from other jobs to fill spots. So that being said, they need me a lot more than I originally thought, and I'm sure the people that I went through to get the job thought. So I'm going to go to Parent Central Services, which deals with all of that, and I'm going to see if I can get them into full-time care. They're probably going to argue with me. I'm going to try to be a nice person, but I need them both in full-time care. We did the math yesterday. Right now we're paying $298 a month, and it's going to be like $759 per month for both kids for full-time care. So yes, it's ridiculous in our standards. I don't know how it is in other places around the states or anywhere else, because some people are like, oh, $800 for 2 kids for full day, that's nothing. But to us, that's a lot of money. So if that's what we have to do for now, and it's going to be worth it with me getting my hours in and getting paid, then we're okay with that. We talked that over last night. But anyways, that's what I got to do this morning, and then I have an eye appointment to go over my eyes. So I'll go over what's happened the past few days later. But basically the other day I had an eye appointment, and they found out that there's a hole in my right eye. They don't know really about the left. They couldn't really see. But my right eye was infected on Wednesday, or it was red, whatever. It wasn't really infected. So that's why I went in, and they saw a hole in my eye, and they were calling it a corneal dystrophy. So they gave me some medicated drops. Today is my follow-up appointment. So I'm going to go there after I stop by Parent Central Services. And basically, I'm going to have to go to Landstuhl to see an ophthalmologist up there, because this is like a medical mystery to them. They cannot figure out why this is happening to my eyes. And it's just one thing on top of another. And Kimber's being a whiny little butt. What's the matter? What? You're not sick. You're just hungry. I know I should not complain, because in places like, I don't know, Arizona, it's a lot hotter. It's like 120 degrees. People are dying from heat stroke. That's terrible. But here it's about 9:45 and it's, you know, 80 degrees. It's been 80 for like the past hour or so, but it's been really hot the past few days here. And just like in California, we don't have AC, so we're kind of used to it, but it does not make it any less bad. It's still really hot and it's crazy. So I'm sitting here with my car on and the AC running, because I can't just sit in my car with no air. It's ridiculous. I hope you're not trying to get my parking place, lady, because I'm not going anywhere. This lady is just like sitting here. Nope. Go on. Move along. Park somewhere else. Anyways, my car is on, but I don't even have my brake lights on, so I don't know why she was just sitting there staring at me like I was going to move. I've got a lot of stuff done. I went to Parent Central Services. I was the first person in there, so basically I told them the whole situation, and I'm like, listen, I need full-time childcare. They need me at this job, so what can you do? So I filled out the paperwork, basically putting us on the waiting list. I told them that I needed it ASAP on the paperwork. I wrote the date for Monday that I needed it by. So I don't know, hopefully I'll get a call maybe by the end of the day or maybe Monday. I don't know, it's really stressful, but hopefully we'll hear something. So since I'm sitting here, let me tell you about the past few days and how crazy they have been. So Wednesday I had a lot of stuff to do. I had my eye appointment, of course. That's when they found out all the bad things about my eye. And I had to take the kids with me because of something. Oh yeah, they had their physicals, their sports physicals Wednesday morning. So I had them with me. And then I had my appointment right after. So during their physicals, they were perfectly fine. They were little angels. They did everything the doctor said. They passed their physicals. Awesome. And then when it came time for my appointment and to get stuff done, they turned into what I would compare to gremlins who have been fed after midnight, basically. They were just awful during my eye appointment, and I felt so bad because I have all these doctors coming in to look at my eye so they can see, because like I said, it's like a medical mystery. They don't understand it, and they're just trying to learn more about it for any future cases, pretty much. So the kids were back there with me, and of course they're in this room full of all this fancy equipment and stuff that they've never seen before, and they want to play with all of it, and the doctors had to keep getting after my kids. I couldn't, because obviously my face was in this thing and they were looking at my eyeball, and I kept saying, you know, Audrey, Kimber, go sit down. Audrey, Kimber, go sit down. They were not listening to me, and Kimber is usually the good one, and she was worse than Audrey. I don't know what happened. It was like Freaky Friday on a Wednesday. They switched places. But then I had to go down to the pharmacy to get like 3 different types of eye drops. And in the pharmacy, they were even worse. They were running around. I had to go talk to the pharmacist at the desk about the eye drops. So I'm trying to talk to him, turn around towards the waiting area, watch my kids. I see Kimber tickling this lady's feet, and she gets angry, stands up. I can't blame her, but I felt terrible. And then Audrey is running around, like calling people farm animals, going up to people saying pig, cow, chicken. Like really, where did that even come from? They were just being awful. So I sit down, and I asked the guy before I sat down, I'm like, how long is this gonna take? And he's like, just 5 minutes, no worries. So I'm trying to keep them seated and not running around like they want to do in the waiting room. And I told them before we even went down there, you cannot run around in this waiting room. It's not a place to play, you have to sit. Yeah, they did not want to sit. I tried to hold Kimber on my lap. She started screaming. She got on the floor, started rolling around screaming. Then she got up, ran around, ran face first into a little swivel table that you use to fill out paperwork. Yeah, after that, I was done. I left in tears. I just kind of barely told the guy who was supposed to be dealing with me, I'm like, I'll pick it up later. I can't do this right now. So we left. I left in tears. I cried all the way home. I was just done that day, completely done, which is why I didn't vlog that much. It was a really bad day. Anyways, I told John about it. John ended up picking up my prescription. Thankfully, they let him pick it up. So that's what happened Wednesday. Yesterday, oh, what did we do yesterday? Oh yeah, yesterday was my first day of work. So I went to in-processing at 8:30 is when it started. I got out of there at like 11:30-ish. So basically I had to sit through a bunch of briefs. I had to, you know, they had to explain to me and 3 other people who had also just been hired different things like safety things, all kinds of stuff, you know, how we were going to get our checks, things like that. And then I had to go get a special card that I needed. That took forever. Then I grabbed some lunch and I went over to the post where I am now, where I'll be working at the Arts and Crafts Center, and so far I absolutely love it. I love everything about it because everything they have there I've done before, besides framing and glass things. I have sewed before, but that's what they kept asking me about, if I was a sewer, because they need someone for sewing class. I used to sew, but I don't anymore. Here comes someone else who's probably gonna try to get my parking place, so I'm gonna kind of hunker down. So I go in there and there's a girl at the front desk that I had never seen before. Like I said, I shop at the Arts and Crafts Center all the time, and there was a guy I've never seen before. So I told them I was looking for, you know, the director, They couldn't find him. He wasn't there. So I started talking to them and asked them how long they had been working there. They don't even work there. They're just borrowed from other jobs, because the guy works at the fitness center. The girl is supposed to work at a travel agency that's not even open yet on another post where she lives, and that day, yesterday was her 3rd day there. She was super sweet too, by the way. So basically I found out from one of the guys who had been there for 3 years that, including myself, there are only 3 real employees there. They are really hurting for people. They're in the middle of transitioning, so it's been really hard on them. So I have to call the people that I went through when I got the job, the people I talked to yesterday morning, and figure out what to do about an LES thing. An LES is like your leaves and earnings statement. So basically that shows you your paychecks, and that's what the Parent Central Services needs for full-time care. I can't get that right now because they're going through a transition. I don't get my first paycheck for another for another month. So I don't know what to do. Like, I'm having to keep track of my hours on my phone because they don't have a time card for me yet, which they're gonna get to that. And they don't even have a real schedule either. Like, it's a really rocky time for them right now, and I kind of feel bad for them. But I mean, I told them, I'm like, I'll work whenever you need me to, and they're like, yes, we really need you to work, like, a lot here lately, which I don't mind. I mean, it seems like a very fun job. Like I said, I'm a very artsy, craftsy person. I love helping people. I love making things. I love being creative. I just love everything about it. So hopefully I'll continue loving it. And I work tomorrow from, I believe, 9:30 to 5:15. And our neighbors are having this like huge fish fry. Apparently it's a huge deal on our street. Like, the neighborhood comes together and has like a fish fry, and also, like I said earlier, the City Fest. So I'm gonna be late for that, but it's gonna be a fun weekend, I'm sure. I'm also working 4th of July, but I don't really mind because we were gonna come over to this post anyways. They're having like a huge 4th of July celebration with a parade, fireworks, all of that stuff. And all I do for a few hours is pass out balloons, so I'm pretty okay with working. You know, I get paid for it on a holiday. So the kids and John are coming over and I'm gonna be working, so it should be fun. But that's pretty much it, catching you guys up to speed. I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog. I'm probably gonna vlog some more today, but this is gonna be a really long vlog. So if I do vlog anymore, I'll just carry it on over to tomorrow or whatever. But anyways, guys, I'm going to probably go into this building and sit down in the air conditioning. Hopefully they have it in there, because I'm tired of letting my car run. I don't want it to overheat, but it's hot. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.